Jai Hind cadets. Today we are going to know about Field Marshal K.M. Cariappa, whose full name is Kodandira Madappa Cariappa. He was popularly known as Chima to his relatives and Kipper to its friends. Kodandira Madappa Cariappa was born on 28th January 1899 in the Eastwhile Kurg of Karnataka with a place known as Sanivarastane or Shani Varasant. He had his formal education in the Central College at Medikiri and pursued a college education in Presidency College, Madras. Cariappa was a very brilliant student. He was interested in sports, he loved books, and he also loved music. In sports, he usually played hockey and tennis. Then he was also fond of hand tricks. He joined KCIO's first batch. The KCIO is the King's Commissioned Indian Officer, first batch of 1919 at Delhi Cadet College or Dali Cadet College. Then he was commissioned as the temporary second lieutenant. He received his permanent commission in 1922 after 3 years. Then in 1923 he is promoted as lieutenant and captain in 1927 after 4 years. Then he gave his service with 37 Dogra in Mesopotamia, presently Iraq, and later posted in the 2nd Rajputana Light Infantry, which was on that time owned by Queen Victoria's. And 2nd Rajputana Light Infantry became his permanent regimental home. Then he became the first Indian officer to undergo the course of Staff College, Quetta, in 1933. He was promoted as major in 1938. As you can notice one thing that all his promotions are very delayed because he was Indian. Then Cariappa served in several countries like Iraq, Syria, Iran between the years of 1941 to 1942, and then in the Burma in 1943-1944. He spent many of his soldiering years in Waziristan. Then after he earned his mentioned in mentioned in dispatches as DAA and QMG of General, later Field Marshal, Slim 10th Division. Then he became the first Indian officer to give command of a unit in 1942. After command, he volunteered to serve in 26th Division engaged in clearing the Japanese from Burma, where he was awarded the Order of British Empire OBE. So from there on, the Field Marshal K.M. Cariappa become Field Marshal K.M. Cariappa OBE. The OBE is Order of British Empire. Then he became the first Indian brigadier in 1946 of the Frontier Brigade Group. A very interesting story of this time that the Colonel Ayub Khan, who became later the Field Marshal and the President of Pakistan, was in his brigade. He became president and field marshal between 1962 to 1969. Then in the independent India, Cariappa was appointed as Deputy Chief of General Staff and rank as a Major General. Then he was promoted to the Lieutenant General and became Eastern Army's commander. And then on the breakout of the War of Pakistan in 1947, he was moved to the General Officer Commanding in Chief, Western Command, and directed operations in the recapture of Zojila, Dras, and Kargil, and re-established a link with Leh. He played a very key role in moving all the troops from one place to another, even after heavy odds, and finally ensured the success of India. Then he was appointed as the first commander in chief of the Independent Indian Army in 1949, 15 January. 15 January is now celebrated as the Army Day. Then, after he converted the Imperial Army into the National Army, he also raised the brigade of the Garuds and Parachute Regiment on, and he was the one who is responsible for the raising of NCC, National Cadet Corps, and Territorial Army for the usage troop of uh, regular army. He has achieved many significance, like he was first Indian to commission at the age of 19 in the British Army, then first Indian cadet to be commissioned from Dale Cadet College, Indore, the first Indian brigadier, then the first Indian to enter Imperial Defence College of England, the first Indian officer to enter the Staff College, Quetta, first Indian Major of 1947, and the India's Chief of Staff at first. Even after his retirement, he was also attached with Indian Army till 29 years, and then he get retired from the Indian Army. From 1953, he served as a High Commissioner to Australia and New Zealand till 1956. After 3 years of his retirement. After his retirement from the public service, Cariappa settled down amidst greenery of the nature in which Roshra at Medicri. He loved the environment and the flora and the fauna around him. He lived a life of simplicity and dignity, which was hallmark of a man. He spent a lot of leisure time educating people about cleanliness, pollution control, and essential issues. During 1962, 1965, and 1967 war, he visited the front lines to talk to the troops and keep their morale up. Cariappa took active part in the reorganization of armed forces in many foreign countries. He was a much traveled man and visited parts of China, Japan, United States, Great Britain, Canada, and most of the European countries. He was conferred with Order of the Chief Command of Le- Legion of Merit by US President Harry S. Truman. He was awarded Order of Chief Commander of Legion of Merit as a token of gratitude of the nation for the exemplary service. He was awarded the post of Field Marshal in 1983. Field Marshal Kem Cariappa breathed his last in Bangalore at the ripe age of 94 in 1993, 15th May.